Hello. Today, I'm gonna be doing another one of the all-time team videos. Of course, we're doing this alphabetically. So the next team in alphabetical order is gonna be the Braves. So today we are doing the Atlanta Braves all-time team. Now they have been a pretty long team. They've been around for quite some time. So they have some dogs on this team. I mean, very good players. Just in case you haven't seen the first one about the Diamondbacks, and if you haven't seen that, go watch that after this if you enjoy these videos, and then the ones I make after this. But so just in case you haven't seen the first one I made, how it works is I just basically just 5 starting pitchers, a catcher, first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, shortstop, DH, basically just a good player for this team that was beat out by another guy that was very, very good at his position. And then we have the 3 outfielders. Doesn't matter their positions, left, center, right. They can all be center fielders. That doesn't matter for us. And then 5 to 6 relief pitchers, and then a closer. So, hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please leave a like. Let's go into it. This pitching staff is loaded, if I don't say so myself. Starting pitcher is going to be Greg Maddux, and for a reason. The professor just knew how to pitch, and effectively he shows you don't have to throw fast to be effective. A great example of this. I mean, he's just so good. What else is there to say? Chris Sale made an incredible bounce back from 2023 to 2024. He won the NL Triple Crown. So I had to just at least give him an honorary mention on this. But I threw him at 2 because of this. Now call me crazy for this. He was also very good over the rest of his career. Then at 3, I went with Tom Glavine. Probably because Tom Glavine is Tom Glavine, and he is just a 3 on an all-time team starting pitcher. Warren Spahn maybe should have been 3. Who knows? But he's like one of the most effective left-handed pitchers ever. So now I'm kind of regretting not putting him at 3. But, I still am fine with this. And then John Smoltz at 5. I love that. This pitching staff is absolutely loaded. The stats on this are just eye-popping. This is insane. This will get you a World Series like that. For my catcher, I have to go with Joe Torre. I didn't know he played for the Braves until making this video when I did the research. So he actually had a 57.6 WAR. What the heck? In almost 8,000 at-bats. He had 2,342 hits, 252 home runs, and an almost 300 batting average. These numbers don't even make sense as a catcher. Think about how much being a catcher also beats you up. Take that into consideration. This guy's a beast. So incredibly good, I need him as my catcher. First base for the Braves, it kind of has to be Freddie Freeman or Eddie Matthews, but it kind of has to be Freddie. He hit that insane walk-off grand slam game 1 of the 2024 World Series. Career-wise, what the heck? We didn't know that he's played for 17 seasons is what it seems like. But we didn't realize that until soon. 60.7 WAR. Almost 8,000 at-bats. Same stats. All these stats are Joe Torre level. Freddie Freeman is so incredibly good, and we don't even know it. He's right there. Second base is gotta be Marcus Giles. Well, not gotta be. The Braves don't really have much second baseman. Maybe Ozzie Albies, but I think it's fair to say it's Marcus Giles. He, nothing special. as, he didn't really hit those good milestones, 1,000 hits, 100 home runs, 300 batting average. Very decent player. And, the Braves don't really focus on second base that much. Maybe Ozzie Albies, but, Marcus Giles, very capable, very good. I had to go with him. I think so. Pretty confident. Third base, I'm totally confident in this one. I don't know who else it could be other than Chipper Jones. It has to be him. To be fair, it could have been Eddie Matthews, but it's got to be him because he had an 85.3 WAR in almost 9,000 at-bats, almost 3,000 hits, almost 500 home runs, and over 300 batting average. What the quack? I mean, these are just insane numbers. Chipper Jones was so good. How could you not have him on this list? I mean, he's my third baseman. He was just so incredible. My shortstop's got to be Andrelton Simmons. Andrelton Simmons, defensive god. Mainly the only reason why I have him on here is because of how good his defense was. And his hitting was not too bad. Contact hitter, 1,169 hits with 70 home runs. So he basically got about 1,100 hits. So, and he could also swing it too a little bit because you can see on these stats, he had pretty decent stats as he had over 1,000 hits. Yeah, none of this is crazy, but his defense always stands out. For the outfield, it's a pretty loaded outfield, and I think that everyone can agree on that. We all unite in that. I think that it's Hank Aaron, Ronald Acuna Jr., and David Justice. Let's go one by one. Hank Aaron is one of the best players ever. He has the most home runs outside of steroids players, ex-Barry Bonds. He also played a long time ago against some greats out there, and I think that Hank Aaron was just so good, and he was getting death threats by the time he was breaking Babe Ruth's record, but that didn't matter for him. He still mashed. Acuna, we know the deal with him. We're living in his career, and he's still very young. We saw him win the ANL MVP in 2023, and then for David Justice, he was kind of underrated. He was very good. Defensively may not have been the best player in the world, but he was very, very good at the plate. He had these good stats, these solid player stats, these good all-time players. And the Braves, outside of these two, pretty good. Eddie Matthews has to be my designated hitter because, like I said, the designated hitter is going to be someone who is just beat out by another guy. And like I said, for Chipper's part at third base, it probably could have been Eddie Matthews because he had a higher WAR. He had about the same amount of at-bats, about the same amount of hits, a little more home runs than Eddie Matthews, and the batting average was quite the same. Yeah, like I said, it could have been Eddie Matthews, but I just had to go with Chipper. But let's talk. These stats are just insane. He's got to be my DH. Then, for the relief pitching, I went with 5 guys today, and they are all studs. For my first relief pitcher, say this was a game, it was a bullpen game. First, let's bring in Jesse Chavez. Now, he was only ever good on the Braves, even though he's now traded to the Rangers and probably is going to retire after that because he's very old. But when he was on the Braves, he was kind of really good. He had a sub-2 ERA. So get him in there to start the game, and you're good. Then put in Eric O'Flaherty. And he was very underrated. We don't talk about him too much. But he was very, very good. So let's throw some respect on his name. Same thing with Greg McMichael. And then after that, you would probably be wanting to put in Raisel Iglesias, and that to be a setup, because he actually got like 38 batters out in a row, which was very, very impressive, because not many pitchers have ever done that, really. That's a record in at least Braves history. So Raisel Iglesias is definitely got to be on this list, at least as an honorary mention, like I said, for Chris Sale for his bounce back. But Raisel Iglesias is a very underrated relief pitcher that needs a little bit more respect, because he was very, very good in the 2024 season. So let's throw some respect on his name. And that's my relief pitchers. Then the last piece. Now imagine after that incredible shutout game, like I said, you're pitching. Billy Wagner comes in and just decides to mow everyone down. Billy Wagner was so incredibly good, with a 47 win to 40 loss ratio as a pitcher, as a relief pitcher. That is just crazy, because not a lot of pitchers get that. A 2.31 ERA in his career and 27.7 WAR. He was a Hall of Famer. I'm surprised it took him so long to get there. It shouldn't have taken him 10 ballots, but he was so good. That's my list. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This took a lot of work, so please leave a like if you want to, but it really helps support this channel, so thanks for doing that if you do. You don't have to though, but yeah, so bye.